Welcome to Digimasters Shorts. We are your hosts, Adam Nagus
and Carly Wilson, delivering the latest scoop from the digital realm.
Apple is teasing a major update to its Fitness Plus service with a cryptic Instagram reel hinting that something big is coming. The short video shows people reading newspapers with headlines like "The countdown begins" and 2026 plans still under wraps for now. Other clues in the ad point to brand new content and major moves arriving soon. The timing fits Apple's pattern, as the company often announces new Fitness Plus programs in early January. Earlier this year, Apple revealed new strength, yoga, and walking workouts along with deeper integrations during the first week of January. This teaser, however, is notably more mysterious than previous announcements. The speculation comes as Fitness Plus has reportedly been under internal review, with Apple exploring ways to improve the struggling service. At the same time, rumors persist about a separate Health Plus platform that could blend medical professionals with Apple's artificial intelligence. For now, it remains unclear whether the teased announcement signals new Fitness Plus content, a broader overhaul, or something entirely different.
Artificial intelligence is rapidly emerging as a defining issue of the 2026 midterm elections, splitting both political parties and the tech industry over how fast the technology should advance and how tightly it should be regulated. Well-funded super PACs are preparing to spend hundreds of millions of dollars to shape the debate, as local backlash against data centers fuels populist anger over jobs, energy costs, privacy, and children's safety. One camp, backed by industry leaders and the White House, argues that strict regulation could leave the United States behind China and is pushing a largely hands-off approach. Another camp, led by figures like Senator Bernie Sanders, is calling for drastic measures including a moratorium on new data center construction, warning of mass job loss, and unchecked corporate power. A third group supports AI's potential but insists on guardrails, arguing regulation is necessary to manage economic disruption and prevent catastrophic risks. Polling shows most Americans are optimistic about AI, but want stronger government oversight, even if it slows development. Candidates embracing tougher regulation risk becoming targets of aggressive ad campaigns from pro-industry groups. At the same time, unchecked acceleration could intensify voter backlash and make blunt proposals like bans more politically attractive. As primaries approach, AI is poised to move from a niche policy fight to a central litmus test for economic power, technological control, and democratic accountability. Federal prosecutors in Texas unsealed documents revealing Operation Gatekeeper, an investigation into a global smuggling network accused of illegally exporting Nvidia's powerful AI chips to China. Unlike typical smuggling cases, investigators say this ring targeted GPUs critical to artificial intelligence, technology with both civilian and military significance. According to the government, the operation used illegal entrants, shell companies, falsified shipping documents, and a secret New Jersey warehouse to move at least $160 million worth of Nvidia H100 and H200 chips between late 2024 and mid-2025. An undercover agent allegedly witnessed suspects relabeling the GPUs as ordinary electronic components to mask their true destination. The case highlights the intense technological rivalry between the United States and China, as China remains heavily dependent on Nvidia hardware despite efforts to build domestic alternatives. The operation came to a head in May when federal agents moved in after conspirators panicked over police questioning truck drivers hauling the chips. Authorities seized the equipment and charged several individuals, securing arrests and a guilty plea. But the case was immediately complicated when President Trump announced the US would allow exports of the same H200 chips to China in exchange for a revenue share, while still blocking newer models. Defense lawyers argue that decision undermines claims that the seized chips pose a national security threat.
The next major leap in artificial intelligence may come not from bigger datasets or cloud power, but from microchips designed to function like the human brain. Neuromorphic computing reshapes hardware by integrating memory and processing, mimicking how neurons and synapses work together to enable parallel real-time learning. This brain-inspired design is especially suited for edge AI and IoT devices that require fast decisions with minimal power consumption. At the core are spiking neural networks, which process information only when meaningful events occur, dramatically reducing energy use. Unlike traditional CPUs and GPUs burdened by constant data movement, neuromorphic chips activate only when needed, eliminating major efficiency bottlenecks. Companies and research labs are already testing this approach through experimental platforms such as Intel's Loihi, alongside efforts from IBM and BrainChip. Early results show promise in robotics, autonomous systems, and sensors that must operate independently of the cloud. Experts say neuromorphic computing will likely complement, not replace, conventional AI hardware by handling adaptive, low-power tasks at the edge. If development continues, everyday devices could eventually learn and respond more like humans, quietly adapting in real time.
Thank you for listening to today's AI and Tech News Podcast summary. Please do leave us a comment, and for additional feedback, please email us at podcast@digimasters.co.uk. You can now follow us on Instagram and Threads by searching for @Digimaster Shorts or search for Digimasters on LinkedIn. Be sure to tune in tomorrow, and don't forget to follow or subscribe.